To the next ones. And in this next hand here, we actually have two leaks. So let's look at these two. We have a raise in the cutoff to 17 at a 1-3 this time. The button calls, small blind folds, and we have queen 7 suited in the big blind. So this is already the first mistake, and this is the one that I see all the time by so many players. This is just absolutely a fold. This is nothing else ever than just a fold. Like even for a smaller size, this would be a fold, but definitely for this big of a size, almost 6 big blinds, and it's not even a hand that plays well multi-way, and we have a multi-way pot. Don't be tempted by overcalling because of pot odds. Plus, you're not even really getting great pot odds here because of this huge raise size. But definitely, this is just a losing proposition from the very beginning if you call this one. So unfortunately, you did call this one. Now again, we flop one of the best flops that we could have. You seem to like your spades. So we check and it actually checks through. So that's good news if we improve. And we do improve, not quite in the way that we probably wanted, but top pair will take it. I agree with a check here. We do not want to inflate the pot with top pair, no kicker. Now, this player that you call Splashy, he now bets 30 into 52. At this point, I think we have a clear call. We have a bluff catcher as it stands now, pretty much, with a queen. And on top of that, we have a great redraw to not the nuts, but to a flush. This is just a very clear call, which you do. So that is great. And now we have the jack of spades on the river. So now we have our flush. And if you think this guy is splashy and he will have a bluff almost always here, then by all means, check here and let him bluff. But if he was bluffing, why didn't he start on the flop already? Plus, it was a multi-way pot. I don't necessarily think he has a bluff. I think he could have like a queen. That's kind of like the second mistake. And in this example, it's not even that pronounced because, as I said, the guy is splashy. Maybe checking here is good. But this is a situation where I would heavily consider donk betting for value here on the river. Normally, I'm not a big fan of donk bets, especially not on the flop, but on the river, when we turn a really strong hand, we should donk. And the reason for that is that most players, first of all, they don't bluff enough, and secondly, they don't go for thin value enough. If he has a hand like ace queen, king queen, even queen jack here on this river, he will most likely check back because he's scared, but he will always call with ace queen or king queen or queen jack if you bet here. So that's why I would come out betting something like 75 or 80. Now, you did check, and actually the guy did bet, but he bet small. So this, by the way, is also a mistake that he made there. He should never bet third pot in position on the river to allow you to reopen the action. And then you shove. The problem with shoving, again, is I don't really know what you'll get called by that you beat. I don't think that he'll ever call with ace queen or so. Plus, as I said, I don't even think he bet that. So he probably was just trying to steal this one because he then also folded. But that's why I'm saying it is better to bet, because even if he had ace queen here and he found a fold on the river, now you won $40 off him. If you have had bet 75 or 80, he would definitely have called with that hand and you would have made double the money.
Got it.
So leaks number 2 and 3 are defending the big blind too wide multi-way, especially, but in general, actually, especially for big sizes. And the other one was not donking for value on the river when you river a really strong hand.
Fair enough. I could have made more.